Hey everyone, welcome back to the Double Bond channel. This is a review for Dude. I just finished watching it. If you saw the story or if you guys are following on Insta, बहुत सारे लोग will notice that there are a lot of shows for Dude in the on any like single screen theaters or like there are continuous shows. So that's one good part about the movie, that is maximizing how much it can use out of the Tamil markets. Inox PVR ka pata nahi, but I went to Mayajal, which is nearby my house, and I just watched the movie. I have some few thoughts, and let's see how it goes. So, I watched Dude, and I can only say a few good things about the movie. The songs are very, very melodious. I love the music album by Sai Abhyankar. The acting is very, very on point. The the I'm struggling to find a silver lining because it's a very mediocre movie. The good part about Pradeep's script selection right now is the fact that he decides scripts. He chooses scripts which are like, you know, the hero is against the world at a point, okay, but then it switches over and the world is against the hero. So in this movie also, at a certain point in the third half of the movie, or like the second half, third part of the movie, right after the interval, we get to see that the hero, which is Agan, played by Pradeep Ranganathan, is facing the world against him. Every problem is for him. There is no sort of, path from which he can save himself. And that is a very good thing in Pradeep's films, that he chooses these scripts which always portray the hero as a hero, but then at one point everyone is against him. No matter what he does, it just fails. And that's what happens in this movie also. The songs are very, very melodious. The acting is on point. All the co-stars, the supporting characters, all of them have acted brilliantly. The part which I get sort of lost by is in Dragon, in Love Today. There were, slight, the story was there. The story was there, and he had inserted comic timings like just like that, okay? And it was very new, and it was very like, how do you say it, none of that was done before. Like instantly you had a comic scene, instantly you had an emotional scene backed up by a comic scene, and that sort of worked for Dragon and Love Today. But in this movie, I feel like the chemistry is missing. The chemistry of the actors, the story, the screenplay, the way how the screenplay catches up onto the audience, it is missing as a whole. And because of that, I think it's a 5 out of 10 movie. It's an extremely mediocre movie. Okay. Uh, One more good thing about Pradeep is that he makes superficial stuff real, okay, which sort of translates well. But in this movie, it sort of just felt like movie for the 75th 76% of the movie. It was real until it became super superficial, and I really couldn't resonate with the fact that the chemistry was completely off. The songs, even though they're beautifully sung and beautifully composed, they're just misplaced. The storytelling is sort of all over the place. There are so many plot points. He is a mess. The characters are a mess, and it's not like shedding good light like on in Love Today, because Love Today the characters were interesting. Dragon, the characters were interesting. Miskin was interesting in Dragon, but in this, the side characters, the villain, the hero, the heroine, it just doesn't collate well. And I don't know if it's sort of like Pradeep's, you know. You see how in Tamil cinema the hero always has a say in how the story progresses, and I don't know if it's Pradeep's uh, say at this, or whether it's Kirti Swaran's own story, but the emotional bits don't feel too touchy. Like Dragon, at the whole movie was just fluff, 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 and an emotional scene, and it hit you well. But in this movie, it's just joke after emotional scene after joke after emotional scene. So you don't really resonate with the characters as much as you did with Dragon or Love Today, because those stories, including this one, has a good story. Okay, in a way, it tries to tell you the story in very good fashion. Okay, but it is sort of the screenplay that is kind of messing up around. Suddenly this is happening, suddenly that is happening, and it sort of peaks at the interval where, like, he has to face everyone. He has to face everyone at the interval, after the interval, and it's just like, okay, he really doesn't need to do this. I mean, see, Pradeep's one good thing about Pradeep's filmography till now is the fact that Tamil people, especially Tamil guys, college people, they resonate with his storytelling. And the way this story is, I sort of like 20% believe that guys like me and guys like the Tamil audience, the Tamil young audience, will resonate with only the 20%, which is like, you know, if you are in a relationship and you break up, everything should go well for the other person. You don't wish unwell for them. But the rest of the 80%, I don't think anybody thinks it can become real. And even if they think it can become real, you should go watch this movie, because by God, it is so superficial. Like, why would you do this much? Why would you do this? Like, literally, yes, the story based on its primary merits works well, but it becomes super superficial, and that sort of is an ick to me. I don't know if it's just me or maybe the other reviewers might think so also, but I did not sort of enjoy the movie. Trust me, I was hyped. I went to the theater. While I was going to the theater, I was singing, humming along Urum Blood for the entirety of the way, and it just didn't feel right when I sat in the theater, because I saw the trailers. Trust me, I've done the homework on Pradeep. Okay, I saw the trailers of Love Today and Dragon, and it's not comparison. Every movie to their own, but the trailer of Dude sort of just gave us the hype moments, the sort of like, oh my god, Pradeep is the next Vijay or Rajni sort of thing. And it sort of worked until it didn't in the movie also, because yes, you want to portray your hero as resonant, as relatable, as heroic as possible, but it just didn't feel right. The massy parts, the romantic parts, the emotional parts, they're all over the place, and I think it's mainly because of the screenplay, mainly because of the story, the way it is entangled within itself. I didn't like it. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Like, extremely mediocre in my opinion. But let's see how it goes, and I hope. See, one thing is for sure. If you want to go have fun watching with your family at the theaters, you should go. It's Diwali. It makes sense for. It's a family watch, okay? But it's not a good movie, so as to say, like Love Today or like Dragon. Because those were like S tier. This is like a good B or C tier. It's not that great, also. So that's been the review. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and we will be back with the podcast as soon as possible. I gotta stop doing that because this thing is giving me trauma now. Because yeah, the movie wasn't so great. I will see you in the next video. Peace off and fuck off. Bye bye.